It is with a degree of sadness none of our companion LaSalle's appeared. We don't have a best of show for LaSalle. We will next year, I'm sure, in Quincy, but we have 2 Cadillac Awards to present for those who have attained the acme of this entire competition. Early best of show of the 2012 Cadillac LaSalle Grand National in St. Augustine, Florida is a 1939 Cadillac convertible coupe, Richard Nunes from Windermere, Florida. Late model, best of show for the 2012 Grand National meet here in St. Augustine is a 1957 Cadillac Eldorado Brougham from Birmingham, Alabama, Don Garhey. Did I not say 57 Eldorado Brougham? Well, I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Yeah, it is a 57 Eldorado Brougham. I know it's a 58. I saw it. I coveted it. I lusted over it. I just read what was handed to me, and there it is. Big apologies for every 57, 58 Eldorado Brougham owner, but I did not know the difference. Ruby Musser has asked me to announce that William Bill Hurley of Lawton, Oklahoma is a first-time attender at any Grand National at 87 years old and drove a 1991 Alante. Those who have helped put on this meet and those previously that we've enjoyed so much will appreciate how busy Chris Malici might be. I hope that he has time to take a moment right now to invite us to Quincy, Massachusetts in 2013.
All right, congratulations to all the winners. For the rest of you, I hope this is entertaining. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about going to visit us in Boston, Massachusetts next year. We all want you to, of course, be a little bit educated about Boston, for those of you that haven't been there before. So bear with me as I try to teach you a few things. All right, so we're all coming to Boston. Those of you that are going to be visiting us in Massachusetts, that's what a typical welcome to sign when you enter a different town in Massachusetts. Let's play a little game. Does anybody know where this is? It's the Old North Church. Very good. Who's the guy on the horse? Paul Revere. See, you guys are good. Okay, where in Boston is this located? I know somebody said North End. That's right. And of course, those of you that are also familiar, you know that that was formerly the West End. Okay, let's try another one. A little harder now. No, it's not Beacon. No. What part of Boston? That's the South End. Now, we don't want you to be confused if you happen to end up in the South End. We don't want you to tell somebody that you're somewhere else, even though you're South End. So anybody know where you view that skyline from? No, it's not Chicago. This, of course, is Southie, or South Boston, which is not the South End. Okay, so don't be confused by that. All right, where are you now? You may be in an airplane or a helicopter, yes. That's I give you creativity credit for that. That's a view of Back Bay. It's called Back Bay because they backfilled the bay. So if you're in the Back Bay, you're also maybe in Fenway Park. Fenway Park is located there. All right, let's play a game for a little while. The host hotel is located in this town. Now, you have to understand, pronunciation in Boston is very important. If you come to Boston, you have to pronounce things a certain way. And you'll have to excuse me because I actually grew up in Connecticut. So they sent the guy from Connecticut up here to do the presentation on how to speak like a Bostonian. So we'll see how this goes. All right, so your host hotel is in what town? Quincy. That's correct, Quincy. Okay. I went to school here. You may have an opportunity to visit here. Yeah, okay, the teacher from Assumption College in this town is obviously going to get it correct. This is Worcester. Okay, that's a two-syllable word, Worcester. Okay, very important. Right now we're working on a great clam bake. We want you all to come visit us on Friday night and have a good New England style clam bake. Lots of lobster, mussels, clams, and we might do it in this town. Now this has got to be easy for you after Worcester. Gloucester. So you guys are good. Alright. Obviously many of you are going to be driving. So it's very important that you know a few things about how we drive in Massachusetts. Okay, first of all, we don't use turn signals. They just tell the other person where you want to go, so they can cut you off. So no need for those. Okay, some folks say our signage is not that good. I think our signage is fantastic. You just have to know a little bit about where you're going. So this is a good example. Many of you are going to arrive either via I-95 or I-93, which is also 128, which is also Route 1. The other thing you have to know is that I-95 South is Route 1 North, which is also 128 South, as shown in the picture. Don't worry, of course, because you'll be traveling on I-93. It's the same road. We like to use these in Massachusetts. It's not a roundabout. It's a rotary. Don't be confused by our rotaries. We like to use them. And always be sure to yield when you enter them. Okay, here's another one. You're going to be driving on a couple of highways where it is absolutely 100% acceptable to drive in the breakdown lane. Feel free to use it, just not with the trailer. That's illegal. Okay, this is a famous place. A lot of you are not going to recognize this, but you'll know it from the saying. For some reason, a lot of people think that they can park the car and have a yacht You can't do that. It's a yacht. So a policeman in a cruiser is going to have to come by and ticket you and tow it to Somerville. I don't know who would think of that idea anyway. Alright, let's get into a little bit something serious here so we can move on with the program and the video. The host hotel for the Grand National next year is the Boston Marriott Quincy. It's located in Quincy, Massachusetts. It has over 450 guest rooms. There's plenty of parking. It's a secure gated property. So once you're on that property, your cars will be safe, you will be safe, as long as your friends hope you stay that way. It's only 8 miles from Boston, and we have a room rate of $119 a night, which is about the best you're going to find anywhere near the Boston area in the summer. We've gotten that room rate from the Saturday night before all the way through the Saturday night after. So feel free to come early and spend a couple of extra days with us. The reservations open August 4. So the Grand National runs, as many of you know, because you've stopped by the table this week, and I thank you for that. You picked up a couple of cards or brochures or information flyers. The event runs from Tuesday, July 30. We're having a driving tour on that day. And it goes through the Saturday night banquet, obviously, August 3. So, because of the hotel reservation systems, we are unable to allow reservations to occur before 51 weeks prior to the event. So that's why reservations will open for you on August 4. They've given us a rather unique code, CAD-A. I have no idea what that means. But for those of you that book online, that's the code that you can use to do that. All of this information will be in the August issue of the Self-Starter, assuming I get my act together in the next couple of weeks and get a draft over to Steve. Okay, here's a couple of date reminders again. We have a special activity going on the Sunday prior to our Grand National. And that is the annual North Shore Concours de la Danse in Beverly, Massachusetts, right on the coast, right on the Atlantic Ocean. So we're working with the folks that are running that event. The featured marquee next year will be Cadillac. The drive is approximately 1 hour from the host hotel. So we encourage those of you that are able to come a little bit early. We have the extended room rate and participate in the North Shore Concours. It's a lovely venue. It's a fantastic event. And we will be there this year promoting the 2013 Grand National as well. Just a quick rundown of tours and events, and then we'll get on with the video presentation. We're going to visit a couple of things related to cars, of course. The Lars Anderson Auto Museum is the oldest auto museum in the country. The Collings Foundation is a private collection of rare brass-era automobiles and antique aircraft, all of which still drive and fly. We will, of course, spend some time in historic Boston. We'll be visiting the Salem Witch Museum, which is actually owned by a CLC member, along with the House of Seven Gables, made famous by Nathaniel Hawthorne. A tour of LeBaron Bonney, the Plymouth Plantation and Plymouth Rock. Those will be featured on our Tuesday driving tour. Yes, that is spelled correctly. New England Clam Bake on Friday night. We're still working out some of the details there. We want to try to offer you something that's both reasonable but represents some of our very fresh New England seafood, so we're working out some final details there. And we're going to have some kids events and some special events for the ladies throughout the week as well. So it's going to be a very busy week.
Ironically, the video, Chris, didn't feature any of the January weather in Boston. Well, what a great evening. I hope everyone had a great time. Congratulations to all of our winners. I hope to see everyone in Las Vegas for our national driving tour in October the 10th through the 13th, and in Quincy next summer. Good evening.